Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Joel, and I am a person who plays video games. That's it. Not very good at them, just to let you know. I have attention deficit disorder. I'm definitely going to be distracted while playing this. Also, I have multiple cats. You may hear them on the stream. There's absolutely nothing I could do about that. They own the house. Anyways, this is Sherlock Holmes and the Hound of the Baskervilles, a adventure game, and you can't see my quotation fingers. You know, the adventure game means a whole bunch of different things, genre-wise. In this case, we're doing a point-and-click adventure with puzzles, very easy to solve puzzles, hidden object, and, you know, sliding puzzles, stuff like that. I've already created a profile. Das Putin is my gamer tag. I don't even know if that's a thing people do anymore, but back in the day, I came up with this one. If you want to find me on Steam, that's me. Let's click play and get into this. Although, I do like this. Huh? It's definitely something you hear like, hey, can you smell my breath? Does it smell weird to you? Oh my god, get out of my face. Alright. Oh yes, to choose my difficulty, I'm going with the easy version. The hard version probably isn't that much more difficult, although it says hard puzzles. The fact is, I'm not, as I said, I'm not good at video games. I'd worry about the flow of what we're going to be doing. There are hints available, and I'm going to be using them whenever I feel like we're taking too much time on something. And I'm not going to worry about it, because you know what? Doesn't matter in the long run. Let's go. Uh-oh. 165 years later.
It seems that we have a visitor, Holmes.
Indeed. Come in. Hello, Sir Henry Baskerville. Did you have a good trip?
But how do you know who I am? I had not announced my visit.
By looking at your dress, it is totally unsuited to our wet English weather. This allowed me to deduce that you came here in a hurry and carrying the bare minimum in your luggage. Then there is a blue ink stain on your thumb, the same blue ink used by the passenger service at Waterloo Station to print their tickets. Your ticket has stained your thumb because of the rain. Also, my attention was attracted to your cufflinks with the initials HB, but still I had not yet made the connection with the famous Baskerville family. It is by remembering a Times article that I deduced your identity. It was telling of the odd death of Charles Baskerville and the likely return of his nephew and only heir, Henry.
Brilliant. Your reputation is well-deserved, Mr. Holmes. But let me explain the purpose of my visit. You
do not believe in legends, and you would like to clear the circumstances of your uncle's death. You need a factual, logical, and rational explanation of what some call the curse of the Baskervilles. And who else, in all modesty, but Sherlock Holmes and his faithful friend Dr. Watson would be able to solve such a mystery? Watson, my friend, pack your bags. We're leaving for Baskerville Hall. Tell us about the curse of the Baskervilles, Henry.
Its origin dates back to my ancestor, Hugo Baskerville. It is said he was a vile person who earned the wrath of the devil. After his death, all our ancestors seemed to come to bad ends at Baskerville Hall. At the scene of each death, there were always dog or wolf tracks, but gigantic. Thus, over the centuries, a legend was built, that of a creature from hell, the Hound of the Baskervilles. My uncle was sure that it was a reality. He was convinced that the beast would take him sooner or later, as it took all those our lineage. With his last letter, he sent me this medallion. According to Charles, it was needed to break the curse of the Baskervilles, but he did not know how to use it. Do you believe in this legend, Mr. Holmes?
We'll have to exhaust all other hypotheses before falling back on that one. Baskerville Hall in sight.
Holmes, Doctor, welcome to Baskerville Hall. The servants are not here to welcome us, I fear. They were severely affected by the death of my uncle and have since retired.
Henry Baskerville is the most boring man alive. No, the voice actor's not trying very hard. Let's go to next.
The family portraits gallery, I assume. But why such expressions on their faces?
They look okay to me.
These pictures have not always been so disturbing. According to my uncle, the changes in the paintings occurred after the violent death of the portrayed Baskerville. It appears to be one of the effects of the curse.
Wait, so they've been painting these over the centuries, and at some point you'd stop making ghost portraits.
Have you noticed? The family coats of arms under the pictures are missing.
Indeed, it is an interesting point to begin our investigation. Where can these coats of arms be, and why did they disappear?
I don't know, you're the detective.
Let's try to find them. I cannot stay here any longer. The sight of those ghastly faces is unbearable.
I'm surprised he says let's and I cannot instead of I can't. Ooh. Here, puppy. It's okay, bud. Oh. God, it's a coyote. Welcome to Baskerville Hall. Do you need an interactive tutorial through the game? No, let's skip that this time. Let's see what happens here. I did try this game for a little bit beforehand, so the first couple of puzzles I'm going to be really good at, and just save it, you know? Don't be impressed, because I will surely disappoint later in the video. Before I click on these very obvious glowing things, I'm going to go back into the hall here. We have a couple of locked doors. We've got the Winter Garden, Lily's room, James's room, and over on this side, the kitchen. There is a carafe with water, which we can take, and we're going to take. As far as I've seen, there's no reason not to pick up things when you see them. They'll just stay in this inventory type thing here. Let's see. Oh, and this portrait of Hugo Baskerville, which you may remember from the opening video as Stabby Stab Man Who Stabs. Hugo Baskerville portrait. This is the portrait of Hugo Baskerville. He is supposed to... He is the supposed source of the curse. Indeed, he doesn't look very friendly. Get ready for some bad imitations of bad acting. Go back to the portrait gallery. Here we are, portrait gallery. Now, we saw this coat of arms piece. As we said, the coat of arms on each of these portraits is missing. We're going to start off with Roger Baskerville. His room is right here. As you can see, he's looking kind of pale. Roger Baskerville. No, wait, this is this guy, sorry. Roger Baskerville, 1777 to 1835. He was a famous hunter, without doubt. Oh, one of the best in the kingdom. Gotta make sure not to put emotional into the American's speech. Here is the door lock piece for this item right here. Is there anything else I can grab here? We can look at this. Can't access the second floor until we can get all the pieces for this puzzle. This strange lock is sealing the door that leads to the upper floor. We have to complete the lock to make it functional. Thank you, Holmes. We can also look at the other portraits, but we're going to save that just a little bit. There we go. Roger's door lock. Look, one piece fell out. We've heard him so little, I don't know what his voice sounds like. It should be somewhere near. Let's look carefully. I've got it right here. Put that piece in the door. All is found. Alright, so this is on easy mode, like I said. This puzzle is simply matching the blue lines up with the yellow lines without leaving any lines just open to the world. So if he... I think we're going to put you... Yes, we do want to put you there. Except... Look at this, I'm already, like, overthinking a very, very easy puzzle. Go out of the way. You go... No, you can't go up there. You cannot go up there. What you can do is get out of my way. You go there. You have to go... over here. And back can go there, there, no. Wow, I'm being a real idiot this time. Not that I'm not normally an idiot. There, there. You go there. You go there. There we go. Now we're getting back to something like a working order. I want you here. You here. There. And there. Okay. Really great work, my friend. You solved it. I don't know who's saying this, so I'm just going to use my voice. We have an open door. Ah!
Sir Roger Baskerville is certainly one of the most famous hunters in all of Great Britain.
Didn't even let me click on the door. It was just, you have to go in.
Indeed, Dr. Watson, my grandfather spent a large part of his life traveling the colonies of the Empire to stalk the largest predators in the world.
Indeed.
Let us try to learn more about the tragic death of Sir Roger Baskerville. Such a distinguished hunter could not possibly have been killed by a simple dog.
I don't know. The dog had like a gun or something. Ah! That was terrifying. I was scared. I don't know if you were. Anyways, we got the Book of the Baskervilles here. If we click on that, that becomes a big part of our inventory. Here in the map section, you can see we've got these little wolf metal skull things. If they are just gold like these are, that means there's no tasks that we can do in them. But if they are gold with an exclamation mark, that means that there's still puzzles and pieces and things that we can find. So, you're picking up different parts, you'll be solving puzzles. Some of the rooms you will have to go into other rooms and then come back to. It's creative enough. Besides the map, we also have the honors section. These are different achievements for doing things like... I don't know what telekinesis is. I haven't got to that. Against all odds, all HO without any hints. No pain, 1 HO in less than 1 minute. Lord Brent, finishing 5 HO without, in a row without a hint. I'm not sure what HO is. Oh, hidden object. Durr. Figured it out. Let's pick up this crossbow piece, and this knife, and this curtain ribbon, and this yellow crystal eye. That's very specific. But, oh, like this guy's creepy eyeball. Didn't kill this one enough. He's still blinking. At least I don't think they're supposed to blink. Yeah, it wants... This will pop up, probably because I'm in easy mode, and it thinks that I'm stumbling around. Just to show, like, here's a puzzle you could solve, or part of it, at least. Is there anything else in this room? Things will just pop up, too. Like, without any warrant. Like, I'll have to come back in the room, and all of a sudden there will be another object on the floor. Piece of paper. A horn. Nothing else, but let's look at the other things here. Whiskey. Single malt Irish whiskey. What a mess. Indeed. Can't do anything really about that at the moment. And, you know, if this is the way Sir Roger left his room, we should probably leave it that way in memory of him. We also have a secret door. There's something behind here, but we can't see it clearly. And a grate. There is a lever right there behind this grid, but it's too rusted to be moved. So, can't do anything. 3 rust spots left to oil. Maybe they'll come in later. We got, don't you find the lack of eyes in this wolf's head strange, my friends? I didn't until you said that. Anyways, he doesn't have any eyes, but we do have a crystal eye stone, so if we put it here... How interesting. The crystal eye seems to react with something. It's glowing. So, right now, looking like a pirate. We'll fix that eventually. Now the rhino's blinking. Is it possible these animals are just, like, sticking their heads through holes? And during night, it's like Toy Story and they walk around and talk? That's what I'd like to think. Curtain? We should open these curtains and let the light into the dark corners of the room. Well, we do happen to have a curtain ribbon. Which we'll put on the curtain. There we go. Now, what the? Oh my god, what is that? The mailman? And we've opened our first hidden object puzzle. Go on here. There's kind of a time limit in the sense that if you do under a minute, there's achievements and stuff like that. If for some reason I can't find anything, this middle stone serves as a hint and will tell me exactly where something is, and then you have to wait a little bit for it to refill. But let's just start with the list. We've got backpack. We've got a bone. Lots of these things in this room look like bones, so we're talking about this bone. A cage. A wine skin, which I think is this. Very good. Gloves. Horse heads. It doesn't have to literally be the object. Like a hippo head, that would be obvious. Boar head, there we go. But we've got these two metal horse heads here inside this fancy display case. Lantern, right there. A whip. Obvious to find the whip. Now, what is an oiler? It's an oil can that you would use to put oil on individual mechanical parts. So, the scene in The Wizard of Oz, where the Tin Man is too rusted to move, they use an oiler to apply oil. This is the oiler in this game. Click on that. Next, a smoking pipe, a quiver. Where's a quiver? I've never, like, looked for a quiver. There we go. And a rope. I believe the rope is right in front of me, probably. After a while, with a hidden object game, you just start, like, I can't see anything anymore. It all looks like the same blur. At least that's the way it is for me. I don't know about the rest. Oh, here it is. Sneaky. Pincers. We got some pincers. Take some coal directly out of the stove or fireplace and put it in the stove. A hunting trap. And a hook scale. Now, this particular item is this. The only reason I know what a hook scale is because I've played other hidden object games, and I had to figure out what the hell a hook scale is, but maybe some people know, you know, maybe like an object you have to weigh things like on a dock or stuff like that. At least that's where I think it would be used. Probably some modern equivalent today. Not aware of it. You found an oiler. Click to continue. Incredible, you played your HO without missing any clicks. I am a sharpshooter. Let's see. So we know there was a place where we were looking for some oil here. So let's take our oiler. Put a little bit here. And a little bit here. And a little bit here. Ooh. And our gate is open. But, Doctor, we should find water to extinguish the fire. But you just reach in there real quick, like tap it. Haven't you ever had to do that? Like something's like right over something you don't want to touch. And you like reach out and like kind of tap it with the tips of your fingers. Anyways, we got this pitcher of water. Refreshing. And a nice piece of coal for our collection. And now we will move the lever. There is a hidden passage indeed. Let's explore it quickly. Before I go into that very obvious arrow-pointing hidden passage, I have to click on this. Now, you say, why, Joel? Why do you have to click on that? Surely there's something important in there, right? No. Like I said, attention deficit disorder. So, I see that, I have to click it. I have to click it to make it go away. And what it's trying to tell me is if you go into the honors section, you can see each of your individual honors. There's not, as far as I know, very much to do with that. But now it's not glowing. Now we can go in the secret pass. Secret garden.
A unicorn, a dragon, a werewolf? I can't believe my eyes.
That's kind of the perfect line for this game.
Don't let appearances fool you, Henry.
All right.
Dr. Watson is right. It is unlikely that these fantastic animals ever existed. It is, rather, a matter of a remarkable job of taxidermy.
You know, like a jackalope. Rabbit with, like, horns on its head. Doesn't actually exist. Got a whole room full of things, and it's going to try to pull us in one or two different directions, but we're going to start from this here and move counterclockwise. First, we got a cloth that wants us to grab. Alright, that one was fine. Oh, the board says it is a unicorn, but an experienced taxidermist can affix a rhinoceros horn on a horse skull. That's a... I guess you could carve it. That's kind of gross. I'm not into taxidermy. I understand it's an art form. It's just not really something I'm interested in. If we look behind the horse, we've got this ivy. If you look carefully, you can see a fresco on the wall, but it is covered with ivy and nearly impossible to discern. We also have a flying werewolf. A coat of arms piece is hung around its neck. What if we use one of Roger's crossbows to unhook this beast? I'm sure there's like a pole with, I don't know, a hook on it that you can use. Don't have to shoot things. That's not more fun. Yeti or Migo, hunted in the heart of the Himalayas in October 1801. This guy looks pretty handsome. And here we have it in... Oh, I want to click on this harpy. I can't click on the harpy! The Minotaur's head, it wants us to interact with that. We will in just a second. But if we look in the Minotaur's hand, a crystal eye is kept in this hand. Oh, sorry, this is American. A crystal eye is kept in this hand, but I can't move his fingers. And last... Oh, coat of arms piece. It's our second one. Only got 5. We have to find a dirty signboard. This particular signboard is too dirty to read at the moment. Alright. So, we'll start with this one, since it wants us to do that so badly. It's missing its other horn. Have we found one? Yes, we did. Plug it in. And now, we have the second crystal eye. You collected both crystal eyes. Do you want to visit Roger Baskerville's room? Roger Baskerville. Immediately to learn what the secret holds. No, we're going to wait for a second. The ivy also can be cut down from this to reveal the fresco with our little knife. And you got to get all the ivy. So we got 2. And we got a cool little flip them around kind of puzzle. Now, in my perfect world, this would be a horse. We've got most of it right here. Got the hair right there. That's where we run into issues. This is a horse leg. It should be probably over here. But it's not in the right place. The only puzzle that is in the right place is this very sad gentleman here in his little loincloth. It's a well-known picture, if you're familiar with this kind of artwork. And I believe this is the Morning Star. But I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. I'm not an expert on anything. Let's go all the way here. That one, and ooh. Really great work, my friend. You solved it. I like the emphasis on complimenting us, solving these like baby puzzles. You should get complimented on anything that you complete. Like if you're hanging out with your friend and they do something, like be like, hey, that was really cool. You know, call your mom, say, thanks for taking care of me. No, I don't know. I just know that negative enforcement is not a good thing. It does not work. It does not make people more motivated to improve themselves. We may get into some psychology if you listen to more of these things. Wow, you played that puzzle in less than 1 minute. Did you have time to breathe? No. Let's take the padlock key. And I want this dirty sign clean, so let's use this cloth. We need to wet the cloth with alcohol. Whoa, that's very specific. I happen to know where some alcohol is. Delicious. No, I have to click that. Click that. Now it's clear. Let's go back to the secret. I know you want me to look at the wolf's head. Let's go back to the secret garden. And we're going to use the cloth with alcohol to clean the sign. And we've got a little symbol here. Strange symbol. We should take a print of it, no doubt. That might help us. How would you do that? Piece of paper? Piece of coal? I think that's a little pretty. That's a fun little environmental puzzle to have to figure out. You should do etchings. Etchings are fun. Almost any situation, you know. Carrying around some crayons in your purse or, you know, one in your wallet. That'd be great if it melted. Or just, you know, do it at home. Facsimiles before they existed. Oh, by the way, this key is a padlock key, and there's a padlock, so let's use that too. Ooh, delicious. Coat of arms piece number 3. Alright, we're still not done with this room because this werewolf has something we want, but we'll come back to that. Now, the moment everyone's been waiting for, Mr. Wolfhead, don't you find that I already read you? Here we go. All is found. Both eyes are in place. Do you also feel that strange sensation, gentlemen? As if something had just changed in this room? Yeah, you put the eyes in the thing. Let's go to the past.
What happened? Where are we?
I just said the past.
I believe the correct question is rather, when are we?
What do you mean, Holmes?
Look at these traces of struggle. Look at the shape of the room, its decoration. Everything appears as if Sir Roger was just killed. Smell the air. The odors of gunpowder and blood are still fresh.
I grew up in a neighborhood where people said Holmes to mean, you know, your buddy or whatever. So him saying, "What do you mean, Holmes?" came out different in my head. Sorry.
You don't really think that we went back in time, do you?
Normally, I would reply no and laugh at your naivety, but for now, I'd rather not say anything. I do not know how or why, but it seems that we have stepped back to a few minutes after the death of Sir Roger. There is always an explanation. Be patient.
Yeah, we'll see about that. So we got lots of glowy things ready for us to click on. Let's grab this, a scheme piece. We should find all of this scheme. It could help us understand the curse. I'm not sure what they mean by scheme. Like I said, I don't know stuff sometimes. Ooh, newspaper.
Look at this copy of the Times. It's almost 90 years old. Either it is perfectly kept, or we are really at the beginning of the century.
No. And here's a second floor key, but we need to find 5 of them before we can actually access the second floor. Another coat of arms piece, number 4. 1 to go. And, yes, we can probably click over here. I just want to see. Here's an old vase. We can't do anything with it. There's something in this vase, but it's very strong. It requires great strength to break. You just turn it over, probably. They don't think about that. And there's another old vase here with the same situation. The crossbow. Let's go do the hidden puzzle first. Alright. Step 1, axe. Step 2, belt. And another belt. That's kind of looks like a bandolier to me, but I you know, maybe it's around the waist. Bird skull. A bottle, which is this. A cane, this. A cigar, that. Hunting horn, ×2. So we've got this hunting horn here. Kind of looks like it was carved out of some sort of bone. And then we've got this big one over here, which I can see Teddy... I almost said Teddy Ruxpin. Teddy Roosevelt, former president of the United States, blowing as he rode with the Rough Riders or something like that. Or, you know, maybe he was doing something terrible. Speaking of animal hunters. Lamp. There's lots of lamps. Specifically, they mean this kind of lamp. Knife. Here's a knife right here. A rag. Anyways, there's a rag. A ring down here. Very large ring, proportion-wise. A smoking pipe. I always have trouble finding the smoking pipes because they kind of like blend in a way. And the funny thing is, like I said, I had already played this previously and played this specific hidden puzzle, and I still, you know, for some reason, smoking pipes don't want to stay in my brain. Let's move on to the other ones. Trophy. This is a trophy, right? You cut off the animal's head and have it mounted on a wall, but that's not what they mean. They mean like you won the, I don't know, cup trophy. So there's that. Wolf footprint. Luckily it's on the ground. And then an arrow over here through this picture of a kitten? I have no idea what that's a picture of. It doesn't matter. Last but not least, we still need our smoking pipe. If you are watching this and you can see where that smoking pipe is, I'm very sorry. There is nothing I can do about it. I'm going to give myself a few seconds to figure out where it could possibly be. It's usually right in front of me. And there. Nope. That's something that happens. If you click something wrong, you get a big red X. And as far as I know, the only thing that does is make it so that you can't get an achievement within a puzzle. But it doesn't count against... Oh, it's right here. You found a golden arrow. Like I said, it was right in front of me. Good, you've played your HO with less than 10 wrong clicks. You are precise and methodical. Holmes would love that. You know, Holmes wouldn't like a guy who doesn't shut up. And that's me. Honors, we're up to 3 different honors. And also, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of other puzzles that seem to have opened up with stuff to do. Now, this could just mean that I have part of a puzzle piece that I can install. It doesn't mean that I can necessarily solve anything. The room we're in is this one. This is the back in time room. So there's still got things we can do in here. We have our crossbow. It's the weapon that Sir Roger most likely used to defend himself. It must have broken during the fight. I don't know why he's saying that he used a crossbow, because he specifically mentions gunpowder, so maybe he used a couple of different weapons. Who am I to judge? We'll put the crossbow piece on there, and then the golden arrow. Here, the crossbow is ready to be used, and now we can take it with us to wherever we may go. Now, is there anything else in here? I could just look at the map real quick. No, but let's go back to the secret garden. And let's shoot a werewolf. Whoa! It's burnt. Fortunately, the coat of arms piece is unharmed. Coat of arms piece number 5. Location completed.
Of the coat of arms of Sir Roger Baskerville. Let's go to his portrait.
All the parts of the coat of arms have been collected. Do you want to go to the portrait gallery and save Sir Roger Baskerville from the curse? I don't really want to. No, I do. I just want to say, location completed. There is no reason to come back to this room, at least puzzle-wise. It is a really cool room, though, filled with, like, ghastly, weird, mythological creatures. Let's go put this into his portrait. There we go. Roger of Baskerville. Not looking so good, but we're going to take this. Roger's coat of arms is ready. I know, Holmes. I was there. Whoa.
The painting seems to be regaining its original colors, as if the curse was lifted.
It still doesn't look very happy.
Holmes, Watson, look! By inserting the arms, we've triggered a mechanism. A secret cache. There's something inside.
A secret cache.
The diameter of this jewel seems to perfectly match the empty slot on the medallion.
Alright.
I think Sir Roger has given us an important element for our investigation. Look, there's a note in the back of the jewel. Physical power and brute force.
It's like a Power Ranger thing.
Amazing! The medallion seems to react to the presence of the jewel. It vibrates. Let us try to use it. Perhaps on the boards that block the door to Louisa's room.
Louisa? Alright, let's take this strength jewel. Strength. This jewel gives incredible strength to whomever uses it. It allows one to break the most resistant items or to lift heavy loads. They want us to click on here. Before I do that, I'm going to finish, or going to put a piece into the second floor puzzle here, because it will keep saying that there is an unsolved puzzle in this room if you just hold on to the piece. So you might as well just put it down, set it and forget it, as they say. But I want to break into Louisa's door. The door is fastened with nails. Wait, this door fastened with nails is an excellent test for our new power. We'll see about that, Holmes. Okay.
Indeed, it seems that the powers of this locket give us interesting perspectives.
What?
Powers? Dear friend, let's not sink into superstition.
I don't know, Holmes. We went back in time earlier. So, before we go into Louisa's door, I think we're going to call it quits on this first video. As you can see, we still haven't finished with Roger's room, but we did finish one of the other rooms and possibly saved Roger Baskerville's soul by restoring his portrait. I'm going to put up some more videos as soon as I get all this stuff done, but I hope you enjoyed listening to me babble while we solved very easy puzzles and had a little fun with this kind of charming, quirky, stupid game. I'll see you next time.